Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This is my second time doing this topic. I had a technical issue the first time, but I am going to talk about my story, I guess, with religion and spirituality, and maybe, hopefully, my thoughts and my opinions. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just kind of going with the flow a little bit, especially since it's the second time of me recording it. But I'm going to say overall the same exact stuff for the most part from the first time I attempt doing this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. So let's just get right into it. So to some people who may not know what's the difference between spirituality and religion and so on, when I Googled it, so I can kind of know how to kind of explain it. Religion is about faith and teaching, often without needing direct experience, while spirituality gives more direct experience, like meditation and so on. There's a little list that I'm going to read off. If I can, won't be, there we go, now it's not blurry. So here are some differences between spirituality and religion. Under spirituality, it is more likely, if not, it is individual practice. It's spirituality. So a reminder, this is spirituality. Individual peace, individual beliefs, finding your truth, journey of self-discovery and meaning. The power lies within you. Inner understanding, committing to growth and change, learn from experience and think for yourself. With religion, organize and agreed upon practice, collect beliefs, accepting the truth of others, seeking God and meaning from religious text. God has the power, worship of I don't know what that word is, but I'm going to skip it over. Text or traditions, holding on the tradition and values, learn from scarred texts, depend on others for guidance. So from overall reading those two things that I just read between the two, it sounds like, from my understanding, spirituality is more for more individual independence, while religion is more dependent on certain things. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I kind of got out of it. Let's see. It's not loading. Come on. There's a picture that I'm going to kind of read off to you guys, if it will go through. Come on. There you go. No, don't go. No. Will it kind of... There you go. Perfect. It is not blurry anymore. So there are two circles. A blue one for spirituality, and then a red for religion, and then right in the middle it's kind of a dark purple color that is like both combined with one another. So I'm gonna read under what's spirituality, then I'm going to read under religion, and then I'm going to read what's in the middle between the two. Under spirituality, where do I find the meaning? How do I feel connected? How should I live? And then under religion, it says what practices, rites, or rituals do I follow? What is wrong and right? And what is true and false? And then right in the middle, it says believe, comfort, reflect, ethics, and awe. So I hope that these little things are kind of helping you to understand the difference, what's similar, etc. So I don't know if that kind of helps you in any shape or form, but here's kind of my story on religion and spirituality and whatnot. Growing up, I've always been open-minded. At least I feel like I have been, because my parents never forced or made us as in my sister and I, to go to church with our grandma or grandparents or whatever you want to word it. And my parents, they always tell my sister and I, like, if you want to go to church with your grandma, go. If you don't. It's your guys' decision. And there are some Sundays my sister and I go, and sometimes we don't. And in some ways, I'm kind of happy, for the most part, pretty happy that they never really force us in religion and help us to learn on our own terms and whatnot. But because of that, religion was always a question mark, because I've never really gotten, I don't know what the right way to explain this, but we've never grew up that we had to go, if that makes any sense. So religion was always a question mark in my life. And in the end of 2020, if I remember correctly, I made a post on a spiritual group page, because I've always been spiritual. I love rocks. I like meditation music. I love spiritual things, and I've always been like that as long as I could remember. And I made a post on a spiritual Facebook page saying, like, hey, I've always been spiritual as long as I could remember, and I love it, but religion has always been a question mark. Can anybody, you guys can kind of guide me or whatnot? I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something close to under those lines. And I remember a young adult who was probably around my age at that time, probably like 19, 20, maybe, give or take, I could be wrong, who, I can't remember, made a comment on that post that I made, or messaged me on Facebook. I don't remember which one, but she was like, hi, Hannah, like, I'm from Mormon church or something under these lines. I could be wrong, but I'm going off of my memory. But she was like, hey, I'm from this church, I'm a Mormon, and I'm happy to help you to blah, 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 blah. I can get a hold of 2 people that are in your town or near your town for them to get a hold of you, and so on. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you okay, I didn't say oh my God, but I was like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I would love that. And then ever since then, kind of learning that religion, I was like, oh, interesting, so on. And after a while talking to the missionaries, in the middle to the end of, I believe, January of 2021, and I started talking to them probably like in the fall of 2020. So you guys kind of know the little dates and whatnot. So, and then the beginning of 2021, out of my good own will, I decided to get baptized through that church in my town and whatnot, and great experience and whatnot, but I have no issues. I used to go there and go to church almost, in the beginning, almost every single Sunday and whatnot. But recently, within the last year and a half, 2 years at least, I haven't been. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, part of the reason why I started going to that church, this church that I got baptized, is because my fiance and his family is going, or I don't know how I'll word it. That's the church or religion that they grew up on, and that's kind of one reason why I kind of decided to go to that church too. And the few times before I've gotten baptized and learning that religion, everybody was so welcoming and whatnot and so on, and had no issues and whatnot. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. But when I do go there, it's mainly for maybe funeral or like kind of holiday gathering stuff like that when I usually do go there. But that's about it. Honestly, have I thought about going back consistently? I have. And what's stopping me is partially more likely not having enough gas to go there, or accidentally sleeping in and missing it, or little things like that. So yeah, that's kind of my story, or I guess, on religion. I don't know if it's going to change down in the road or not. I don't know. But if you guys have any questions about this, I could make a part 2 to talk about it. And if you guys want me to talk more about it, ask me a bunch of questions in the comments, so then I know what you guys want me to talk about, so it will help me. So I would really much appreciate that. I'm thinking about ending this ending this podcast. If you guys enjoyed this podcast in any shape or form, I would appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button and subscribe and so on, and share to some family members. And I will hopefully see you next week on my next podcast. Bye.